Yotam Ottolenghi is an Israeli-born, London-based chef behind several acclaimed restaurants. He's also written 3 New York Times best-selling cookbooks, and a collaboration with his Palestinian business partner, Sami Tamimi, resulted in the James Beard award-winning Jerusalem. Ottolenghi's newest contribution to the gastronomic world, Plenty More, is a follow-up to Plenty. That's the book Bon Appetit says made vegetarian food sexy. Yotam, good morning. Thank you for making vegetables sexy. You say we're in the middle of a vegi-renaissance or vegi-renaissance.
Vegi-renaissance.
A vegi-renaissance.
No, I didn't say vegi-renaissance, but that sounds good, so we'll go for that. Yes, I think there is, for all sorts of reasons, people are fascinated by vegetables. And when I mean vegetables, I also mean grains, legumes, all the stuff that grows in the ground. And they're looking for very exciting things to do with them. And I'm part of that, and I enjoy doing it. But it's not only me. I mean, people are looking into eating less meat, less fish, and doing exciting things with vegetables. So to turn vegetables sexy is a kind of a mission of mine, because I think for many years people didn't have the imagination. All they did was boil their vegetables, and in most cases overboil their
especially
vegetables.
Americans, or peas and carrots.
Well, Brits are not much better. That's where I live in London, and I tell you, what I've seen is sometimes horrifying.
What kind of vegetables are we talking about?
We're talking about any vegetable. I mean, I think people think of certain vegetables, and I'm here to kind of celebrate vegetables that people think there's not a lot you could do with, things like cauliflower and swede and leeks and all those kind of vegetables that we're used to and we think we have to eat, but we don't really want to.
What are the 3 most underrated vegetables?
I think I've just mentioned them. I mean, turnip is a vegetable that I don't think anyone would say would associate with sexiness. I mean, I wouldn't before I got to know it. But you can enhance it with so many nice flavors. And what I do is use spices and herbs and marinades and grilling, which gives you smoky flavor in order to take the very modest turnip and turn it into something sensational. The same with leeks. People think of leeks as something to turn into soups.
Yeah,
or,
so
vegetables become sexy because you do sexy things to them.
Yes, it's easy. It's easier with meat because you can take a good cut of meat and grill it, and you're almost there. Vegetables need a little bit of help.
You're not a vegetarian.
I'm not a vegetarian, but I love vegetables, and I think we eat too much meat, and I'm happy to take some of my meat, some meat off my plate whenever I can and substitute it with wonderful vegetables.
I wanted to know, in your book, Plenty More, is there a particular recipe that is autumnal for this season that you might refer us to?
Yes, there is a recipe for sweet potato with orange bitters. There's a bit of marmalade and oranges and bitters, and it's
I'm such a huge fan of sweet potatoes. Sorry to interrupt you, because they're a super food.
Can we talk about sexy?
This is for the season, because it's got the bitterness. It takes you into winter. It could go on your Christmas holiday table easily, and it is a fantastic thing. And just try it, because the stickiness of the reduced juices of the orange and the brown sugar just make it fantastic.
Yeah, I can sort of cook, but I don't know about the reduction. I'll have to work on the reduction between the
Darling, the reduction is just a technical term. You stick it in the oven and you leave it there as long as you need until it really becomes all sticky and gooey, and then you know you've got the reduction. And then you got a sexy veg.
That simple, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's as simple as that. People are intimidated by vegetables because they don't know. But once you've taken some vegetables and stuck them in the oven with some olive oil and seasoning and wonderful herbs and spices, you've got all the sex you need. Well, the vegetable
really.
world.
Let's talk about your business partner, because you are Israeli, right? And your business partner is Palestinian.
That's correct. Sami is Palestinian. The funny thing is that not only I'm Jewish and he's Palestinian, we both grew up in Jerusalem. We were born at the same year in the late 60s, and we are we've been collaborating for the last few years, writing book together, cooking together, and really kind of, making some kind of coexistence.
Yeah.
Well, you see, we're not political animals, Sami and I, but we do love each other very much. So people look at our work and draw conclusions, and very happy.
Thank you, Yotam. It's a beautiful book. It really is. It is. And Yotam recommends for beginner cooks, go to CBSThisMorning.com or visit our Facebook page.